Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol MNGA. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like through this time frame, and does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. Been doing this analysis on a very routine basis. Did it yesterday, so that is where the green and red line annotations are coming from. And after today, just brutal price action. And if you say, Clay, look, summarize this chart quickly, I would call it a pump and dump on thin ice. And now when I say pump and dump, I'm not saying that towards the company. I don't know anything about the company. I'm saying that towards how the prices acted, hence price action. So from a price action perspective, yeah, pump and dump on thin ice. I'll get to what I mean by thin ice here in a little bit. But quickly, what is my definition of a pump and dump? Well, it's where a price makes a really nice move, and then within a relatively short amount of time, the price goes back to where it started, or in some cases, goes even lower. And, I'm going to apply that here and kind of just explain, hopefully, halfway clearly on, kind of how this all works. So for that, going to go ahead and just get rid of these lines. Sure, they pertain, but I'm also going to move this line down here to more of a friendly area of support that would have been, beneficial if it held today at 34 cents. So let's kind of just quickly go through the overall analysis of things. Essentially, this move started when it broke out of that level of resistance right there. You can see that level knocked down the price. And then when the price did break above it, like I said, kind of, like I said, I'm not trying to insult your intelligence, but that's where it started as the price went all the way up there. So I'm assuming we can all agree that was a very, very nice move. So that's the first part of the definition. Next part of the definition, within a relatively short amount of time. Considering this all happened in the time span of 2 days, again, I'm assuming we can agree that, yeah, this happened in a short amount of time. The price goes back to where it started, or in some cases lower. So in this situation, the price is actually lower than the green line from where it even started. However, to be fair, the bulls do still have an opportunity because the price is still technically up above that pink line there, which on my chart represents the 200 period simple moving average, a very famous level within the world of charts. So technically speaking, and to bring this a little bit more context, the price could come down here, do something like this. So price comes down to the 200 period, bounces around essentially like it did right there and right there. So bounces around and starts to head back up. And like I said, to be fair to the bulls from the big picture, what would you have? Well, you'd have a set of lows there. You'd have lows there. You'd have these lows down there. If you envision each one of those as stair steps, then fine. From the big picture perspective, the stair steps are still progressing in the upwards direction. However, if the price comes down there and then just breaks through that thin ice point and continues on down, at that point, that would literally be putting the price right back to literally where it all started, and that by no means is any sort of signs of true strength. So we'll see what happens with it, but yeah, definitely the price is sitting at some very important territory, and we'll see if it can hold up above that thin ice point at 28 cents or not. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.